Here we are. Welcome to episode number 12. This is a big one. This is a big one. Why is it a big one? I mean, plenty of reasons, pal. Plenty of freaking reasons. One, it's a call-in show. So before I go into my rant on what I want to talk about tonight, which is detachment, I did a couple of videos earlier today on it, and I'm going to talk about it tonight. Before I'm going to talk about that, I want to let you guys know that if you want to call into the show, there's a link that I pinned in the chat. There's also a link that I pinned in the description. Not pinned, sorry. I just got done eating dinner. Apologies, y'all. Little delay here. But here we are, back and ready, back in action, back and ready to go. Happy Monday. Hope everybody's enjoying their Monday. I did a video this morning. I did a couple, actually. What am I going to say? I did a couple. Now, before I get into this, I want to say, if you guys want to call into the show, you got to hit that link. It's a link. It's called StreamYard. You're going to see it's a StreamYard link. It's literally in the description. It's literally pinned in the chat. And the chat will let you know that's the place you want to call in. You enter the backstage. When you get backstage, I see who's there, and I let you into the show. Easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. That's how that rolls. Tatas? Tatas. Let's get into it. Understand something. Guys, early stage is not just over complex for no reason. People make it overly complex. It doesn't have to be like this. And part of it is not putting too much into it because we need to understand it's kind of, the detachment is some way in shape or form. It's kind of letting the chips fall. And you have to be okay with letting these chips fall. And when I say what I really mean by that is that there's three distinct categories in which you have to kind of let go. You have to detach yourself from. And I want you to understand these. Number one is outcome. Number two is story, the story that you're holding. And number three is high expectations. And matter of fact, if it's early on, really any expectations, because people can do whatever. They're going to let you down at times. It just comes with the territory. But when you're overly affected by everything, when you're fussing and tussing that you can't get the outcome you want, or that you're attached to one specific story, it doesn't tend to go your way. Almost ever. Almost ever. And I'm going to explain each one. Number one, listen, I want to tell everybody something real quick. Let me tell you something real quick. It's okay to want an outcome. I went back and forth. I don't really go back and forth with people in the comment section, actually, almost ever. Ever. I let that go a couple years ago. I realized that it wasn't serving me any good. It wasn't serving me any good to go back and forth with people in the comments because it didn't do anything for me. I'm just having to defend with no context. It doesn't work. And for the creators that do go back and forth with people, you have to understand something. They haven't learned the effect of who gives a fuck. Who gives a shit? You put it out, whatever. You don't have to explain everything you do, but I will explain this one. Number one, it's okay to want an outcome. But in order to want and be obsessed with a specific outcome, you got to be obsessed with the process of that outcome as well. You can't just have one over the other. You can have process over the other, but not outcome. I talk about outcomes all the time. I'm very outcome driven on things. I always ask people, what do they want? What is ultimately you want from this? I always talk about that. However, you don't live for the outcome. You have to obsess yourself with the process. Every other aspect of your life, this is the case. Up until it gets to the point where it's dating. No, it's all about outcome. Yeah, fuck out of here. Get out of here. It isn't. That's the point. People can smell a bad car salesman from a mile down the road. Be like, yo, this dude's coming again. Oh my God, what do they want? What do they want? They're always trying to sell me on something. Always trying to get the thing that they want. What do you want? Close this deal. I want this contract signed. I want this. Forget your outcome. You're not obsessed with the process of getting ingrained with me, understanding me. Do you really want to know me, or you just want to close a deal? You don't understand men yet if you really don't think like that. People. It's a people thing. I'm okay with the outcome, but you got to be obsessed with the process. That means getting to know somebody. Jazz, I see you. I see you in the back end. Don't move. I'm getting you next. Once I finish this, you're calling in next, girl. I got you. I see you in the background of that TV. What you got on that TV? Channel News? I got you. All right. Before I call Jazz in, I don't want to finish my rant here. But Jazz, you're first in line. Outcome is okay, but the process you got to be ingrained with. The process you got to be involved with. If you're not involved in the process, how could you possibly get the outcome if you can't become what it is need for the outcome? It's impossible, pal. Come on. Number two, you got to drop your story. I know we have stories about how things are supposed to be. Maybe this is my wife or husband. Maybe we're going to spend our life together. Maybe we're going to go on vacation. Maybe we'll have children. Maybe it's a story, and it's too early for your stories. How about that one? We've had enough. It's too early for your stories. No more story. The story time should be the following. The story time should be, I'm really enjoying getting to know them. I can't wait to see how a thing could transpire, how a vacation could transpire. I want to see if I even want to go on a vacation. Where would they maybe even select? That's interesting. What are they interested in? Boom. The details, just the nitty gritty. But some people don't like the nitty gritty. They want the outcome right off the bat. It doesn't happen that way, Papa. I get it. We're all looking for fairy tales, but fairy tales don't pay the bills. Fairy tales aren't as real as we think they are. And I blame Walt for this. I blame Walt to the fullest. He didn't mean to, but everybody else, they came after him, meant to, for sure. For sure. They meant to paint a picture of the prince and the princess. And I'm sorry, but you're not a princess. And you damn sure ain't no prince, pal. You're not a princess. You're far from it. You work in HR. Silly, silly wabbit. Silly wabbit. Secondly, expectations. I understand we can have expectations. That's fine. You can have a little bit here and there, but understand when it's really early, they better not text me before. Listen, you're on the defense. Stop being on the defense. It's called having some patience here. Your ability to have patience will get you very far in this thing. The lack of patience really pushes people away. And ironically enough, hear me out. When you let people do what they do, they actually like you more. Let me say that again. When you give people their personal freedom to do what they're going to do or do what they want to do at all, they're actually going to appreciate and want you more. When you pester them about what they didn't do, when you ask for a specific outcome way too early and you're very too demanding about it, when you do all these things, how is he supposed to say, or she's supposed to say, anybody actually? I don't know how anybody can want that. But in this context, we'll talk about in this. How are they supposed to say, oh, this is just fantastic. Yeah, I love that. No, let people show you who they are. You can get to a point where you bring up what it is you're looking for and you see if they're looking for that. Because if that happens, then you can start to map the actions out. But until that happens, none of that makes any sense. None of that makes any sense. And I say this all to say, Jazz, I'm calling you in 1 second. Give me 30 seconds. I say all this to say, you continuously push the people out of your life when you do stuff like this. They don't want to be around car salesmen. They don't want to be around people who just want outcomes. They don't want that. They want people who like them for them. They want people who are ingrained in the process. They want people who take their time. They want people who want to learn and want to understand one another. That's what people want. That tends to be who people want. Across the board, by the way. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. We're on a live show tonight, as you know. I appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the super chats. Any one of you, appreciate that. Now, we're going to do a call-in show, as you told you. So Jazz is up next. I'm going to get Jazz in first because she's here. And I'm looking forward to it, Jazzy. You ready? All right, Jazz is ready. All right, she's ready. Let's go. Here we go. Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Jazz, I can't hear you.
I don't know why
Why
not.
can't I hear Jazz? Is that
Can you
me?
hear me now?
No, it can't be me.
No?
Hold on.
It's so weird.
Let's see. Hold up. Let me see something, Jazz. It might be me. Might be me. Let's try it again, Jazzy. All right? Jazz comes in every week. Oh, I couldn't hear. Maybe that was just me. Sorry, y'all. Jazz, call back in. Let me add
Okay.
you again. Hello? There we go.
You can hear me now?
Now I can hear you. Would you like to be on
Okay.
camera, Jazz?
We don't need to do that.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure because I see you, but nobody else can see you.
Okay, cool. That's fine.
All right. Jazz, how are you doing, girl?
I'm good. I this is my first time on your YouTube series. I like
Ah,
caught you on TikTok a long time ago.
yes.
And you'll be happy to hear I've taken some advice
Have you?
a little bit. Um I'm sure you don't remember, but I was the one who was like, "Oh, I never hold on. Sorry. I never get approached and blah blah blah." And then you're
Mm.
like, "Well, what are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm just like hanging out with a bunch of dudes." And then I kind of realized that I was cock blocking myself. And I realized that a lot of those guys were not actually my friends. So,
Mm. When did you realize that?
um, I think it was just like a slow progression because I realized like I wasn't getting approached. They weren't like the things that we would talk about and everything. Nothing ever went anywhere. And I feel like I don't know. They
Okay.
just
Jazz, where are you calling from? Make sure you got
Chicago.
that. And how old?
I'm 34.
Okay, go ahead. All right, continue. So you drop your dude friends.
Yeah, I started moving solo again, but I think
Mhm.
it's also hard. Like when I move solo, I think it's also hard to get approached, but I prefer that over being with women who don't move the way I do at
Mhm.
the same time because I think
Mhm.
that's just as bad of a look.
Mhm.
But good news. So I the reason I'm calling today is because I think I went on a date on Friday, but I don't know if it was a date. And then I think I have a date on Saturday, but I also don't know if that's a date. And part of the issue is because I'm an entrepreneur. So I meet a lot of men at like networking and business events. And I really can't tell like what they want when we take it out of an
All
event.
right. So you felt like you went on a date. Is that what I heard?
Yeah,
Okay. So you felt like what day was this?
it was Friday.
Friday. What'd you guys do?
We went to breakfast,
Okay. What time?
like 10:30.
Okay. Um, go ahead. I'll let you go ahead.
So we bumped into each other through like a couple tech week events, blah, blah, blah. And then he wanted to hang out that Thursday night. And I was just so tired. I was like, let's do breakfast before you go home tomorrow. Um, and then I had made a joke about like, make sure you get me in a black car because that's what I get myself. And he showed up in a black car waiting outside my house for me and like got all the doors and everything, paid for breakfast. And it wasn't just like we talked about work and things like that. But I think when you're an entrepreneur, like work is a lot more personal and intimate than just like what's your regular career kind of thing.
Hmm.
Um, and I felt like, I don't know, it just felt like it could have kind of been a date, but it's been so long that your girl doesn't know what's going on. I almost forgot to let him get the door.
How old is he?
31.
All right. 31. And so you guys had a breakfast, and then what happened?
Well, he had to go. His flight was later that night.
Okay.
We've chatted like a little bit, but not super big on the texting.
Hmm.
So we're just kind of staying in touch, talking about when I would go there or he would come back here, but with no direct like premise of is this for work or just to hang out?
Wait. Sorry. So you have another date with him?
No, it's a
Oh.
different guy on Saturday.
Oh. I thought you were talking about the same dude.
No, when it rains, it pours.
Oh, when it rains, it pours. All right, so you got another date with another guy. So, listen, if a guy shows up in a black car and puts you in, and tries to, courts you in that way, or if it makes you feel nice, more than likely it's not a business meeting. Obviously, I think you know that.
Okay.
I think
I
you know
just
that, though, right?
I do. It's been a really long time and I have had men play with my head before. And I've like
Mhm.
untangled that, right? Because you say all the time, you're like, if he starts doing this, if he's trying to make you jealous, if he's trying to play games, like just let it go. And I've done that. I've,
Sure, sure. I mean, but this guy doesn't live in your area, right?
mm-mm.
So, I'm saying that it's obvious to me that it was a date. Date-ish. Let's pull it that way, right? He
Yeah.
doesn't live in your area, so he took you out before he went back home. That's what I'm hearing, right?
Yeah.
All right. All right. What about the date coming up? That's my question. How'd you meet him?
So this one's local. I met him like a year ago through some kind of networking thing and nothing ever happened. But then I bumped into him at a Tech Week event this week and we immediately like recognized each other and we're just like laughing the whole time. And he invited me over for like some party on Saturday, but I was not available to do that. So he was like, I really want to like meet you for coffee or whatever anyway. And we were talking about like work, like my businesses, my company. Like we were talking about those things because you probably know as well as I do, it's very hard to not talk about work when you're an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
And and I love it, and I'm very passionate about it, and I think it's fun, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't shy away from it because like I don't want to be like that like bad boss bitch like doesn't need anybody independent, but like the kind of man I'm with is going to have to want to respect and support my ambition, so I don't hide it. In any case, he really likes it, whatever, invited me for coffee to like talk about my companies. But then the coffee turned into like a Saturday afternoon lunch. And I'm like, okay, so is this a date?
Well, it depends. How's he following up?
Um,
What is he doing after the fact?
after,
Oh,
after,
wait, you're talking about this Saturday. It's a coffee turned into a lunch date?
yeah.
Okay.
Like when we chatted, it was like, oh, let's get coffee. And then we texted and he turned it into a lunch date. And then I haven't heard much since, which
Okay.
I'm not worried about because you say all that matters is if he's planning to see you. So I'm like, okay.
That's true. That's true.
Cool.
That is all that matters. That is all that matters. Does he want to see you? That's a good point. See what I'm saying? All right. So, he obviously wants to see you. Now it's for a lunch, whatever. How old is he?
He's 28. Listen, the young ones really come for me. Like,
Listen, you're at an age where you get to choose what it is you want, and that's fine. Some young guys are gonna come. Some are gonna be serious. Some aren't. That's just the nature of the game, right?
yeah.
Um, well, good for you. Well, number one, I'm happy you got rid of your male friends because they were cock blocking you. I ain't gonna lie to you about that. They were holding you back big time. Nobody's
Yes.
talking to you with them in the picture.
Yeah.
Nobody.
It's like I realized I was like I don't know if they were like waiting for a shot or like if I was an option in the background. I don't know what it was, but it was
Well,
exactly.
some listen. If it depends how much if they really want to see you all the time, if they really want to have a good time, and like, oh, let's hang out. This is the most likely they're waiting in the background. And they don't want to ruin the friendships. They don't want to cross the line. If they're more casual with it, it's more like, yeah, I see you when I see you. Less likely they're interested in you. Less likely doesn't mean they're not. It means less likely. Do you have a brother?
No.
Huh.
I mean, well, yeah, he's just younger, like 10
Well, you
years
do have.
junior.
Oh, but you do have a brother.
Yeah, but we weren't raised together and he's like 10 years my junior, so it's not really.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Well, you're going on a date Saturday, and yes, it is a date.
Okay.
All right, Jazz. Best of luck to Jazzy. Come on, Jazz. Hit him up. Play that jazz for them. Shout out to Jazzy. Shout out to Jazzy Jazz. Anna, I see you. I'm gonna get to you right now. It's just a little hot in here, as you can see. I can't put the AC on because it's gonna ruin the vibe. It's gonna ruin the vibe. Let's get going. Here we go. I'm so stuck on a black car comment. No, hold on. I hear the black car comment, but what I heard from the black car comment, what she said was that she only accepts black cars, and he showed up in a black car. That's what I heard. I don't know if you guys heard the same thing. That's what I heard. Hello,
Hey there.
Anna.
Yes, how are you?
How are you, girl?
Oh, your girl's going through it.
Uh-oh. What's she going through?
So I've been listening. I just started following you, which has been super helpful. But I feel
Where are you
like
calling from, Anna? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Milwaukee.
Yeah, good
Oh,
old
beautiful place.
Milwaukee.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And how old are you?
I am 30.
Okay, cool. What you got for us?
So I've been dating this guy for about 9 weeks, and we've known each other for a couple years. It's kind of funny. We matched on a dating app, I think back in like 22, and then we just weren't compatible at that time, wanted different things. And then fast forward to 23, we ended up being at the same event, and that was the first time we had met. And then we exchanged numbers, and we've just been in like contact. We hung out a few times, like in social settings back in 23 and then 24.
Mhm.
And fast forward to like present days, he's been like constantly staying in touch, like throughout the year and whatnot. We've like matched on other dating apps, and it's been kind of funny. Like he swipes on me and I'll swipe on him, and then we'll just have casual convo. Well, I finally decided, like, he asked to like go bowling, and I have a little
Hold
bit
on
of
a second. Has
trust.
he ever asked you out before?
Just to hang out, but not as like a date.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like, but I'm saying, has he ever asked to see you before?
Yeah, he has.
And what has he asked you to do?
Mainly, I would say back in like October, November, he kept asking to go bowling. And I would say, okay, yeah, and then kind of blow him off because I didn't really take him serious, just
Hmm.
because kind of seeing in the social setting, I could see that he was kind of like a flirtatious guy. And one time I actually saw him kiss my friend at the bar after like a drunken night. So I really didn't take him serious.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought, like, okay, consistency. He's been reaching out since like November, and so I thought, okay, let's give it a chance. So when we first, he planned the date, he chose the spot, and went really good. We both kind of agreed we weren't sure if it was a date. We just wanted to kind of like hang out for the first time one on one. Went
Mm-hmm.
really well. Fast forward to like, more than 2 months later, like gone on 17 dates. It's been like
In two
two,
months?
yeah, in 2 months. It's been super accelerated.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I'd say it was going well.
Huh.
Um, but your girl is an anxious attacher. And also, I made it very clear to him from the beginning, like, I'm not on the dating apps. I'm not really interested in dating, but I will give you a chance. Like, if you want to come at me with intention, I'm willing to see where it goes. And that's kind of where we've led. And it was going really well. But then, yeah, I just got in my mind, and I would just ask him a few things. Like he had like a female call him, and just like little stuff like that where I didn't feel like it was necessary to cut him off. Like some women might find that as like a red flag, but I just kind of gave him the opportunity to explain. And now we're kind of at that point where he thinks that nothing he does will be good, or I'll always have something to say. And he's like, I really, really like you and I care about you, but I'm concerned it's going to turn toxic, which I totally get. But so now we're just kind of like conflicted.
You're conflicted. Why? I still don't understand. What's the issue? Walk me through the main issue. If you like this guy on a scale of 1 to 10, how interested are you? 10 being the most, 1 being the least, obviously.
I would say 10. He's been
A
super
10.
consistent. Yeah.
You like this guy at 10.
Yes. I did not want to like him a 10, but I have grown a 10, just the amount of time we've spent
So, but
together.
what's your biggest issue?
I think the biggest issue is um kind of his reservations he's having now. He doesn't he feels like I have brought some boundaries forward and whatnot, and he kind of sees those as arguments. And so his concern now is, wait a minute, how sustainable is this long term, because we've had this many like conversations in just a 9 week period.
What is the argument you're bringing forward?
So one was
What are
like,
the boundaries you're putting up? These things. What are they?
yeah, the first one was the woman. I asked him, oh, you said your neighbor was calling you. She had called him 2 times in a row, second date and the third date. So I just kind of set that boundary of like, that makes me uncomfortable. You haven't mentioned this person. I know it's
On the
early.
second date?
Yeah, on the second and third date, she called at like 11 p.m.
But how would you know?
because he was
It's the
with me.
but it's the second date. Where are you guys at?
Yeah,
Where
I
you
think
at?
for
Where you at? Where were you at?
oh, we're on the second date, we were out at like a beer garden, and we were in his car, and she
But
called him.
why is it so concerning on a second date for you? Why is it like blowing your mind? You're like, who is this girl? Why are you getting possessive on a second date?
Yeah, I do see why that would be possessive. I think for me it was just because like we've kind of known each other for several years, and he's been like trying to just kind of the history of knowing how he's like flirtatious and whatnot. And like he told me about his friends, and then like obviously this, someone had called him, and I didn't say anything the first time, but the third time, like I had invited him over just to hang out with me and the dogs. And it was storming. It got late, like 11 p.m. And then she was calling like 3 times in a row.
Okay.
So then
Okay.
I was just kind of like, whoa.
Okay. Okay. Here's the thing. You're 17 dates in now.
Yeah.
So now what's the issue?
Now the issue is he just feels like after these 17 dates, he just feels like it's going to turn toxic because I've brought other things up. Like, I don't know, I guess like he was really big into the World Cup, and it just felt like he was like watching a soccer game every single day. And then his consistency kind of broke down. So then it made me question, like, hey, when can I see you next? And it just seemed to kind of be a misconnect.
What do you mean? When can I see you next? I mean, wasn't he still talking to you every day?
Yeah, he was still talking every day, but it was things weren't being planned like during those couple of weeks.
You mean you didn't see him?
I didn't see him for like, yeah, 8 days at a time when I was seeing him like 2 times a week.
Okay, so you went from 2 nights a week, and it was for a week and a half. You didn't see him for whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just kind of, it seemed like 2 weeks of time where it was just like we went from seeing each other like 2, possibly 3 times, down to like me having to be like, oh, when can we get
How old is
something?
he?
He's 32.
Right. And you're what again? I'm sorry. Just remind me.
30. No, you're
30,
good. 30.
30, 30, and he's 32. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get the sense, honest question, do you
Yeah.
get the sense you're pushing him away?
Yeah, I do feel like that after watching your videos and whatnot, and kind of just being the overthinker that I am. I do feel like I'm kind of self-sabotaging.
It's okay to overthink,
Yeah.
by the way. And by the way, any girl that I've almost, not all, but 85, 90% are a part of the anxious attachment style.
Mm-hmm.
Like they like to call it. They are anxious.
Yeah.
Therefore, you understand when you do these actions like this and you press him and you question him and you put him
Mm-hmm.
in the corner,
Yeah.
he's not going to fight for you
Mm-hmm.
at that point. He's literally just fighting on behalf of his defense,
Right.
just to
Yeah, I
get you
can see
off of
that.
him so that he can start running the other way.
Mm-hmm.
And that's putting you in a really weird position. Let me take this because the only reason I say this is because if you would have told me, oh, I'm at like a 5, which I know you're not because you're calling him and talking about him, but you're at a
Yeah.
10. A 10 is big. A 10 means there's
Mm-hmm.
no other room. I know whether I believe you're at a 10 or not is irrelevant, but I think you're somewhere close to it. You like him a
Yeah.
lot. And I'm saying to you that you're going to push away a 10 because of little itty bitty things. And by the way,
Mm-hmm.
maybe he didn't feel like he needed to see you in those 8 days. By the
Yeah.
way, it's just 8 days because you keep pressing him.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand where he could say to himself, I don't want to deal with this?
Yeah, I can see that.
Can you though, really?
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, I do. Like now, just reflecting back on it, I can definitely see why he would want to just take time to himself.
But do you understand how this type of activity that you're doing right now is going? And by the way, this is my whole segment tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Detachment.
Yep.
And I don't mean necessarily detachment from him. I'm saying detaching from the intricacies, the details, trying
Yep.
to overdo things. And quite honestly, it's a sabotaging technique.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying that if you would have just let it go, you're trying to protect something so much that it's just going to run away every chance it gets. And
Mm-hmm.
the minute you say, go, run, is the minute he's going to say, I want you. You ever just let a dog go and he's like, I don't want to go. I wanted to go when I was locked inside the cage. Now I want to be by you.
Yeah. So do you think there's a like,
That's my whole advice to you right there.
mhm.
Just hear me out.
No,
Let him go.
yeah.
He will come back.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't hold him in the cage.
Yeah,
You
that's
can't do
true.
it. He's going to want to leave the cage every time you put him in one. Every time he feels like he's in one. Every time he gets criticized or asked a question or tell me where you are. Why'd you do this? What's going on? It's a you don't get anything out of him. You're not going to get what you want out of him. You're
Mhm.
operating as a pawn on the chessboard. You're not operating like you own the chessboard. And ladies, you got to understand this move here. You got to be able to understand, let people be who they are. And then at some point, listen, it's not like he's doing some crazy shit. It's not like he's going out F and B's all that over here. That's not what I'm
Yeah.
hearing. Therefore, you got to let him out this hypothetical cage
Mhm.
because he's just not going to embrace what you have in that cage. He's going to want to
Mhm.
leave. And he's going to say, you're not going to tell me this. I need time. I need space. He's going to come up with these things. I need space. I need time. I need my alone time. I need to do this. He needs alone time because time with you is unbearable sometimes because he can't even just breathe without being on defense.
Yeah,
That's what
I
I'm
can
getting from
see
you.
that. Yeah. No, I can definitely see how that.
But if you understand the game, and I don't mean to talk about it like a game, I mean to talk about it like it's human nature. If
Mhm.
you let people be who they are, they're gonna say, "Wow." Let me tell you how a guy would think. When a girl becomes controlling and dominant and domineering and always trying to control the scenario, he will grow resentment as he's already starting to do, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, that's what I've kind of gathered too.
And he's going to keep doing that because you give him no room. But
Mhm.
give him the room. Okay, yeah. Okay, no problem. Go ahead. When you do that, he's going to appreciate you. He's going to say,
Yeah.
wow, I'm getting this freedom almost like I get with myself because it's early, by the way. It's not like you guys have been in a relationship for a year. We're talking about 2
Right.
months. This
Mhm.
is not worth losing a dude over. A dude that's at a 10 for you.
Mhm.
You're going to mess this up. He will run. I promise that if you continue this.
Yeah,
No
I can see
question.
that.
If he has any self-respect for himself, he's
Mhm.
going to find something elsewhere. And I'm saying
Yeah.
to you, listen, I understand the desire to want to control this and want to get things under circumstance for yourself, but in doing so, you are going to push him away, and I don't want that to happen for you. I really don't.
Mhm.
Because you can hear online all this stuff, and you can listen to social. The stream of things will come through, but you have to think about what kind of dude we're talking about, and if he has any substance at all, he's gonna go where he feels most like himself, most that he
Mhm.
can be himself, most freedom. 2 months in, stop pressing him.
Yeah, yeah, that's understandable. What would be your advice for like next steps? Because things have been just a little like we did. I saw him on Wednesday last week, and we had a great date. But it was the first time seeing each other after we kind of had like a FaceTime, and we were having kind of like a conversation, and that's where he had shared like his feelings of like uncertainty and sustainability. And then we had a wonderful date on Wednesday, and he even gifted me earrings, which I was like not expecting. So then I
Mhm.
just asked him like, "Oh, are we good?" And he was like, "Yeah, we're good." And I was just like, "Yeah, I just want to make sure," because we kind of had like a tough conversation the other day. And then that seemed to open up the can of worms all over again.
A tough conversation about what specifically did you have?
It was just kind of like a follow-up to a conversation. I told him I didn't really like that he was uh liking half-naked bikini photos of women on Instagram, actresses from movies and stuff like that.
Okay. Are you on Instagram?
I am
Public?
no, private
Oh,
account.
private. Private.
hmm
Okay.
I think
Fair
that's been the
enough.
other issue is like we
Uh,
are very different, like in our social media.
yeah, but let me tell you something right now. I promise you this. Listen to me very clearly. The more you keep pressing him about this,
Yeah,
even that question alone. By the way, you're 2 months in,
I know.
but that question alone is gonna want to make him do it more. He's running away from you. You know
hmm
this. You can't control a man of substance. You have to
Yeah,
let
that's
him be
true.
who he is, and you recognize who he is. The
Yeah,
minute you give him
same.
his freedom is the minute he's going to appreciate and like you more. That's what I'm saying to you. Just stop doing this. When's the last time you
Yeah.
spoke to him?
We took 4 days of silence, and then I just reached out to him last night and I just said, hey, checking in to see how you're doing. Hope you're okay. And then he responded like, hey, yeah, thanks for checking in. I'm doing okay. How are you?
Why'd you do 4 days of silence? Was that a mutual decision or that just happened?
When we saw each other Wednesday, he gifted me the earrings and I asked him, are we good? And then I opened that can of worms and he just shared that he fears that it's going to turn toxic and he wasn't sure. And I pretty much told him to figure out like what he wanted, like think it through. And then, yeah, we just kind of hugged it out. He gave me a kiss on the cheek and then I went home and he made sure I made it home. But then, like, he just never talked to me again after that. So I just let the silence be there for a couple days and then I reached out last night.
All right. Listen, do you want this thing to work or not?
I do, and I want
You
your
do.
advice on what I should
Yep.
do. Obviously, stop bringing up all this stupid shit that doesn't even matter.
Yep. Well, then listen to me. Here's exactly what you do, and do it to your own tone and your
Yeah.
own way you do it. And then what's today? Monday? Around Wednesday or Thursday. Give it a full week. Give it to Thursday. If you don't hear from him from Thursday, reach out to him. Say, hey, listen, you got 4 minutes that we can talk. Now, 4 minutes is an interesting number. I know you'd say, why 4 minutes? Because it isn't 10. It won't turn into an hour. It's 4 minutes.
Hmm.
You say, I just got something I want to get off my chest, but you have 4 minutes. That's all I'm asking. And let's just say he grants you the 4 minutes. Of course, right? As he should. 4 minutes. And you get your 4 minutes. You say, hey, listen, I realize that I've been pressing you in ways that I shouldn't be pressing you in. And that's my own problem. I have to get over my own self because it is very early with us. And I like you enough that I realize I'm making mistakes and I don't want to lose what this potentially could be.
Hmm.
So I'm going to let you take the reins from here, but just know I would like this to work. And I'm sorry if I've caused any problems here. That's not me, and I don't want that to be me.
Hmm.
And
Yeah,
that's
that's
it.
fair.
Now, if you say that, that's your shot. That's what I would do.
Hmm. No, I appreciate that. Thank you for your advice.
Okay. All right. All right, Anna.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. All right.
Till
Have a
next
good night.
time.
Thank you. Guys, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Notice how I didn't just say, I'm sorry. Notice that? I didn't just say I'm sorry. And now listen, it's going to take a lot of guts, but hear me out when I tell you this. She said he's a 10 of interest. Like she's interested at a level of 10. 10 is a big number. That means she really likes him. That means it's a thing, doesn't it? Yeah, duh. Yes, it does. That means she needs to have to check her ego and humility at the door. It's 2 months in. 2 months in. Snippy, snippy. Snip that ass. Boy. And with the 2 months in chart, you better say to yourself, well, hold on a second. Why am I messing this one up? Before I go into this anymore, if anybody wants to call into the show, there's a stream, there's a link that I posted that I pinned in the chat. As you can look in the chat on YouTube. And there's also the same link that I pinned in the description of the video. So you can't get away from it. It's there if you want to find it. And you do not have to be on video, as you guys know. It's all call in. But understand something. You were going to push people away. See, notice what the thing is here. Notice the thing is when you give people their freedom to be who they are, they actually like you more. When you're detached from specific things, from expectations of how somebody's supposed to operate within your operating system, it doesn't work that way. It's too early for you to have these things. This isn't 8, 9 months in. It's 2 months in. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's how it goes. 2 months in. And you will be pushing men away. The more you keep doing this, the more you keep nagging and ding, 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 you cannot control him. And if he's a thorough dude, you definitely can't control him. Ain't no fucking way. Any level of masculinity in his bones, you can't control him. Any freaking masculinity in his little bones, you can't control the dude, man. He's gonna do what he does. Now you can choose not to accept things. You can state your preference. Say, hey, that really hurt me. I really don't like that. But you can't tell him what to do. You can't assert yourself like that. He's gonna say, who you talking to, bro? I'm gonna do what I want. The nerve of you. We're 2 months in. We're not 8, 9 months in. We're just getting to know each other. We're not exclusive. We're not in a relationship. What are you talking about? You're trying to control the scenario. And I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not gonna work for you. It ain't gonna work for you. It ain't gonna work, bruvy. It ain't gonna work. Jazz, are you back? What the frick? Oh, here I go. Hello.
Well, you put the thing out there, so I figured you were like waiting for someone else to call in, and I had another problem.
You have another problem.
Well, it's not really a problem. I just want to talk it out with you. I want your opinion because I think a lot of women are going through this right now, and because I'm starting to date intentionally and obviously having good guys make the right moves, it's something I have to think about. But I have been celibate because of because I needed the time and because I decided to be very selective and very picky. And how would you go about like is that something I need to explain in a given situation? Would you like to know? Is it like a thing?
Well, hold on a minute. Celibate for how long?
Ugh, we're on the internet. Don't make me do that.
But it makes a difference. If you're talking about a week or we're talking about 5 years, those are big differences.
2 years. It's not. I wouldn't recommend it, but at all.
If you just out of curiosity, and we're gonna get into your question, but out of curiosity, if you wouldn't recommend it, how come you do it?
Because I've like developed self-respect and I haven't come across a situation that really deserved it. Like it looks like a good idea and then I think about it and I'm like, oh, that's not a good idea. And like I don't want to go through that. Um listen, I've had plenty of life experience is what I'll say. And like I know what that gets me. And I just want to be more intentional. It's not that like the next guy has to be my husband. I just want to be more careful.
Have
And
you
so
not met any guy in the past 2 years that has met a standard where you feel like you can get to that point?
transparently, I'm not on any dating apps, so I'm kind of putting myself on a desert there, and I've been heads down in the business, so I'm poking my head back up right now.
Okay. All right, now we got past that. So what's the issue with your celibacy?
Well, I just like, is that something I should disclose? Like in a situation, like I'm starting to date
Your
again,
right, but your celibacy until what point?
maybe until Saturday. Like I really don't like.
But until what point are you saying that you'd be open? You're willing to get out of it?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know. I don't know what
It's
you're just doing it till you're married. I don't know what you mean.
no. We're very ready for that to be over.
So if you're ready for that to be over, I don't think there's a point to bringing it up. No.
I don't. Okay.
I mean, if you're ready to say, okay, well, when the right, if I feel good about it, I don't think there's a point of it unless you're just trying to say you have good discipline.
I guess, well, listen, if I were to pull the trigger in a situation that might seem early without that context, I might want to explain myself.
That's fair, and you can do that if you want to. I'm just saying off the get, like on a date, I just don't see
Yeah,
like
not.
now if you're at a place where you guys are in an intimate setting and there's something there, you say just to be clear, Juan. Um, okay, Jazz, you gonna laugh at Juan now?
No,
Juan wants Juan too. Juan wants Juan too.
I'm going to start using a fake name. I should have done that to begin with.
I'm calling you Jazzy.
No, I know, but I'm thinking about this now. Anyway, go on with Juan.
I'm just saying, okay, Juan, you and Juan are having a good time. He's sipping Juan, you're sipping Juan. You guys are having a good time. And then you can come out the bat and just say, hey, listen, I'm just gonna let you know now. I just it's hard for me to say, but yeah, I haven't done this in a while. Been really disciplined and celibate for the last 2 years.
I can pull out the Titanic line. It's been 84 years. No, okay. Yeah. So
It's not going to be a big issue. The issue is if you're holding off and you're not willing to give it for the moment of goodness, if it makes sense.
that's not the problem we're having.
All right. So there you go.
Okay, cool.
You don't have a problem.
Perfect.
Sick of Jazzy. Jazz, have a good night. Have a great night.
Good night.
You know what though? I do love Jazz. Lizzie, I see you. I'm gonna get you in 1 second. Shout out to Lizzie. Lizzie. I do like Jazz. Jazz has a good energy. Jazz has a great energy. Lizzie, I'm gonna get you in a second. Jazz has good energy. I do remember her calling on TikTok at one point, but it feels so distant. It feels like such a distant past. Hello. 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 Lizzie. Hello. All right, Lizzie, I see you. Hello.
Hi,
Lizzie.
how's it going?
How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I feel like you're gonna rip me a new one when I tell
No,
you
I would
what
never do such a thing. I would never do such a thing.
I appreciate that.
Where are you calling from, Lizzie?
I'm calling from Portland, Oregon.
Beautiful. And how old?
I'm 48.
Okay, great. What you got for us?
Well, okay, so I've been in an 8-year relationship, a 12-year relationship. I do great in relationship, but I've found as I've gotten older, I'm great solo, but then I start dating and I start to get crazy. And when I say crazy, I mean it's just, I'm so straightforward, I'm so honest, and I see people really quickly, and I just want them to be the same way, and they're not. And I wonder, or they, they play games with you, it's confusing because you're like, okay, do you mean what you say? Do you not mean what you say? I find it really challenging. So I was dating this guy who's a little bit younger, which I don't typically do. He's 36. And he completely love bombed me. We didn't meet for a month. I knew I was going against all my rules of like talking too much. And then we finally met. He does live like 5 hours away, but he made effort to come here. We finally met and it was great. But
And
then
you got and he got pancakes that night.
maybe
Oh
I
no,
don't
no
want
question. Oh, no question about it. And I'll tell you exactly how I know, because no 36-year-old is driving to a 48-year-old if he ain't getting pancakes for 5 hours away. Let's be honest with
Well,
ourselves. And listen,
I
I love your
am.
honesty, but let's be honest.
No, I am. And it's hard because we did kind of build a relationship for a month. And there was, there is still, I mean, we kind of communicate a little bit. We do know that the distance is a problem. It's confusing because we have a lot of compatibility on a couple of different levels. However, it's like it's to his convenience, honestly. And,
Yeah.
he wants to come and see me again and I'm like, "Okay, but that,
Mhm.
cuz it wasn't really what I want." I'm like, "Cool, you can come see me. Where are you going to stay? Cuz you're not staying here."
Well, then he wouldn't come.
It's interesting cuz I wonder if he will. You're right. I do. I mean, I'm not
He
an
won't
idiot.
come.
Okay.
I'll tell you right now, he's not gonna go.
So let me ask you why guys
It's not
will
guys. It's you're talking to a dude that's 12 years younger than you.
uh-huh.
He's not ready for commitment with you.
That's true. I would agree with that.
So if
And
that's the case, let's just say if we agree with that, if that's the case, why am I putting effort into a girl I never see commitment with unless I'm getting pancakes? If I'm not getting pancakes, why am I driving 5 hours to spend money in a hotel with a girl I'm never seeing myself with? Who would do that?
well, he did make a lot of efforts. That's what's confusing.
Okay, I get it because he probably enjoys his time with you, but his time with you involves wonton soup.
Not every time. I
most of the
appreciate
time.
some, yes, but I mean, even when I went to go see him, because he's a farmer in the middle of nowhere, and it is hard for him to date. I know that for a fact. It's not hard for me. I mean, the minute I started dating again, my bench was full so quick. And but what, tell me.
Go ahead.
I
I'll let you
just
finish. I'll
I
let you
just have
finish, Lizzie.
a hard time dating because it's a lot of effort, and I have a hard time being attracted to people. And when I find someone that I am attracted to, I'm like, I kind of I do want to cut him, but also I am kind of weird in that I am cool with being friends with guys too, if that's what it is. But I would have to.
Yeah, of course you can be friends with guys that were originally attracted to you because you get kind of preferential treatment from them.
Okay, that's a
Why would
good
you not
point.
be friends with guys that can give you That's like getting boyfriend benefits without no boyfriend. Of
I
course,
can.
every girl wants guy friends, by the way.
It's
No,
true. I
not a
love
single girl. Of course you do.
I love my guy friends.
Thank you. Every girl loves guy friends, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, I'm friends with my 12-year ex.
Of course, because they treat you kind of like girlfriend. They're like, "Oh, what can I do for you?" Oh, so and so. They talk to you like they don't treat you
They're
like a bro.
respectful.
Yeah, they're respectful, but they don't treat you like a brother would. Do you have a brother?
I don't. I have two sisters that are awful.
Right. Now, if you had a brother, he'd be like, "Oh, give me a break. Leave me alone. Stop. Shut up." Da 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 da. He would do this to you. He wouldn't disrespect you, but he would dis me. Okay, I'll be there for you if you need me, but I'm not gonna like go out of my way.
Mm,
That's the difference between having a true guy friend that's like, okay, I'm there if you need me, but I'm not gonna be sitting here willy dilly and tickling your feet, having a good time with you. That's not how it works. Guys don't do that with each other. Now, my
okay.
point is this. Okay, fine. I understand you have a lot of options at some point because your roster lines up, but what for?
Agreed. I mean, I want a relationship, but it takes effort. It takes a lot of effort because it's a numbers game.
It's not. It's okay. I understand, but for women, it's a selective game, less
Right.
of a numbers game. With men, it's more of a numbers game.
Okay. I mean, I am really selective. You can hardly get me to go on a date.
And that's great. And that's great. But my point is, when you select guys that are 36.
Well, I did. That was the first time. And when I found out he was 36,
You
I
kept seeing them
wasn't, well, I just wanted to meet him at least.
at least, and then you met more and more and more.
Yeah.
Sick of
I
you.
mean, yeah, that's true.
Anyway, okay, let's forget about him. But
Okay.
what's the issue now? What's the issue now?
Well, I think the issue is detaching. I have an issue with detachment. I should probably cut this guy off. But, he texts me. I know you said no more about this guy, but I get tunnel vision. And then I'm like, oh, because it's easier to give your attention to someone that you already gave your attention to than to go find someone new. Is that bad? That's bad.
Listen, yeah, you like it because you guys have been intimate. You like them, and by the way, I know maybe it's not something that you originally see, but a lot of times when women in your phase deal with younger dudes, they see them as catches.
Mm.
They see them
I
as like,
don't
oh,
see
they're
him as
young, they're fun. It's validating for me. There's a 36-year-old that wants me. It's a thing, and
well.
I'm saying to you that I'm not disagreeing with you on that.
I
What I am saying is that he sounds like he's just for fun.
agreed. I mean,
Now, if
there
you want him
are
just for fun, that's one thing, but I don't hear
okay.
fun out of your mouth.
Well, because
I hear
there's a
somebody
lot of
that's
things that I don't like. Because there's things I like and there's things I don't like. I mean, he's
of course, he's
shallow.
36.
Okay, that's true. Yeah, I guess he portrayed to be someone he wasn't, and that bothers me. So,
Oh, how did he portray to be somebody he's not?
well, because he doesn't, he seemed more mature than a 36 until I was like, oh, you're 36.
But it's not about the youth, it's about phase of life. My point is, what
Yeah.
about him makes him feel younger or not? What's tell me. Tell me.
Well, he didn't. He seemed like he was more mature emotionally.
Meaning what? Like, what does that even mean?
Well, he was able to talk about, what he wanted and what he was looking for, and he's ready to find a relationship
Hmm.
and be in one. But, neither one of us want to be in the wrong one. So, I mean, it seems like I guess I'm having a hard time because I'm like, it went fast really for a hot minute, and then now it's cooled off, and I'm like, okay, so now am I in this phase where when I don't know how to explain it, like, you know how you're saying things in the beginning shouldn't go too fast. So, is it possible to go really fast and then be like, "Whoa, let's just slow down and get to know each other in a more palpable pace or a realistic pace?"
Yes, it is in some cases. I'm just saying to you that most likely in this case, it's not.
Okay.
And the reason it's not is because you don't it's hard to imagine what a 36-year-old guy, I imagine he has no kids, I'm just gonna assume.
He doesn't.
Do you?
I don't. I work with children. So I didn't have any. It's birth control.
Okay, does he want kids?
He said it didn't matter. He said not necessarily. He said, "No, I don't necessarily want kids. That's not a problem."
I mean, here's the problem with dealing with younger guys like that is because you don't know if it's true or not because he might be saying it to you because maybe that's something that it applies to you. Like he doesn't
I
want,
agree.
and it's fair, right? And listen, if you had a younger brother, think
Mhm.
about it in this way. I know it's hard to imagine this,
No, it's
but if
okay
you
because
had a younger brother
yeah.
that was 36, think about it. And I'm not trying to use the age as a real metric, but it's about life phase. It's like where is he at 36? Think about it. Guys reach their prime at 35.
Mhm.
35 to 40 is where their prime is at.
Mhm.
That's where they have the most experience and resource. They have these things. I'm not downing you at your point. I'm just saying that he's at a particular moment in his life that it took him a very long time, and now he's gonna just drive 5 hours for a girl that's 12 years older than him.
He did for yeah, I know,
I'm
you're right.
saying he
And
will. I'm just saying,
he
in order to understand why you might be in the position you're in, I think it's important to understand why would he do that? And if he doesn't really see this like this, and if I'm not seeing his behavior right, what's going on here?
but why can't he just be honest and say it?
Um, and say what?
I mean, just to be blatantly honest, like, "Hey, I like you, but, like, I wanna see what else is out there, and I want my options to remain open, and I
I
also
d-
want you."
I don't know if he's gotten to be in that position yet. I feel like
Well,
he's
I've
having
asked
a
him.
good time with you. I don't know what you asked. What'd you ask him?
I said, "Let's be real with each other, like, what is this? Are we even"
And what do you say? Okay, what do you say? Let's walk
he
through it.
said
What do you
well,
say?
he said, "We're a good match." And I'm like, "Well, what does that mean? We're a good match?" And
Okay.
and,
What
and
did it mean?
like, he just says he likes being around me. And
Of
he says,
course he does.
"Yeah, I know.
And why do guys like that like older women? Because they're fun.
I am fun. That's true."
And you're fun too. I can hear it in your voice. You are fun. But let me tell you something. What does he do, by the way?
He's a farmer. He's a organic blueberry, raspberry, or cranberry farmer.
Love it. Love it. And let me take this away from you guys. But the point is that most people in your bracket right now, when they date their counterparts, 48, 49,
Yeah,
50, 46, even, when
right.
they date their counterparts, they have very high standards for those counterparts.
That's true.
When they date younger dudes, they have their standards leave out the door. And the reason their standards leave out the door is because it's so validating to date a younger guy in his prime that they're willing to leave up the standards.
Hmm.
They're willing to say, I just like, he's just great. He makes me feel young. He's youthful and he's in his prime and he likes me. Isn't that ironic? And I think this is the point where we get to. We get to a crossroad. You say, okay, I can keep doing this young thing. Now, if
Well,
you
he's not
were
even here.
fair. If he was 42, I would say, okay, fair.
Yeah.
More fair. I would say, okay. But he's 36. It's 6 years younger than that. And it's
Hmm.
just about the phase he's in. That's why I'm hesitant saying that this is worth anything pursuing.
Okay. No, I needed to hear that. I mean, it's funny because the first children I worked with are now in their mid 30s, and they're boys, and they talk to me still, and they tell me you deserve so when I tell them what's going on, those boys, those guys that are 36 and 35, they're like, you deserve so much better than this. So it's, it's just another person confirming.
And by the way, yeah, I'm sure you're a great person. And by the way, I'm sure they mean it because they know you so well.
Yeah, I also don't look 48,
But it's
so
about like it's not about it's about and you probably look younger. I'm not even
much younger.
I'm not even debating that. I'm just
Yeah.
saying that for people who don't know you, a 36-year-old that's a farmer that doesn't know you, he's thinking, "Wow, she's fun. We get along, and there's no pressure."
I've actually put the pressure on, and he still sticks around.
And he still sticks around because you still accept it.
It's true. No, you're right. Yeah, we're kind of in the phase where we're now just like kind of teasing each other, or just like kind of sort of being, where you're, I don't know the word, just antagonizing one another in some form.
Antagonizing, is that the word you use?
That's so amusing.
You don't call it wonton soup? You don't call it
No,
dishy
because we
tishy?
haven't had sex in like a while. It's been a long while.
What's a long while?
A month? No, it's been more than a month. It's been gosh, let me think. It's been 2 months.
When's the last time you saw him?
Uh January, March, April, May. May.
So 2 months.
Yeah.
So so the last time you saw him was the last time you hooked up.
Yeah.
Voila.
You're
Thank
funny.
you for proving my point.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. Yeah, what follows. Okay.
Ta-da.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, Lizzie.
I
Much love to
appreciate
you, girl.
you.
Best of luck to you, girl.
Thank you.
Oh, silly wabbit. By the way, I like Lizzie. I like Lizzie because Lizzie has a good attitude. She's probably going to win, just not with him. Just not with him. Layla, I see you in the queue. I will get to you in a second. Just not with him. She's going to win. I liked her. I thought she was great. I'm just saying. He's for funsies. He wants good times. Notice when I say, "Oh, but I haven't seen him in, we haven't hung out, or we haven't slept together in 2 months." I said, "That's funny. When's the last time you actually saw him?" Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. He ain't sleeping. He ain't sneaking. No, 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 no. He ain't pancaking. He ain't cooking. He ain't driving all the way down there for nada. For that? No butter? Talking about butter, he's gonna bring the butter. He's been milking those goats all day. He's like, "I got that goat butter at home. I'll bring you that goat butter. Next time I'm gonna come down, cook those pancakes with you, I got goat butter. Made from my goats at my farm. My farm got it all. We got goats, billy goats, sheep, herd, cows, chickens, coops. We even got the good stuff." That's right. That's right. The good stuff. Donkeys. Now, donkey. Hell no. You ever had that donkey milk, girl? That donkey milk will get you. Now I'll bring that down for our butter. We love that. Goat butter. Okay, Layla, you just want to opt out now? Now she comes back in. All right, Layla, here we go. Layla, you can't keep coming out and going in. You can't keep coming in and going out. You get the point. Come on, Layla, come back in. You want that goat butter or what? You want some of that goat butter on those pancakes? Come on, girl. Call back in. I saw you in the queue for a second. You bounced out of here. Sick of you. Sick of you. Full blown sick of you. Oh, there we go. Hello.
Sorry. Hey,
There she
Benny. Sorry,
goes.
there was something wrong. It was like muted and I couldn't hear your
That's all right.
beautiful voice, sir. What's up?
Uh-oh. What are you doing, girl? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Benny, I have a question.
Where are you
I feel
calling
like
from, girl?
I'm calling from LA.
And how old? Age?
33.
All right. All right. Now you can hit us.
Okay. You've helped me a lot. I've really put myself out there this summer. I got off all the apps and I was like, this is the summer. I'm going to put myself out there, meet people organically. And it's been fun. I've been going on dates and challenging myself and having my energy be open. And it's actually working. But I feel
Wow.
like, yeah. And it was after like a long break of not dating for like 2 years. I was just focusing on myself and recovering over like a heartbreak and a long relationship. But I feel like my mind, body, soul, it's all open to like finding love and putting myself out there.
Okay.
But to get to my question, I feel like I'm getting stuck in this loop
Mm.
of just I don't know, like these dates, they're great and these guys have potential and all of that, but I feel like I get stuck in this loop of being like desired but not like I don't know, pursued all the way through. And I don't know if it's like my energy or the way I'm showing up or if I'm not asking the right questions. Like, I don't know if this is a thematic that you see or if it's a question that you ever get, but I don't know. I just feel like I'm stuck in this loop. I don't know if I have to keep on, it feels disheartening. And I don't know if I should keep on going out
Okay.
there and putting myself out there or what.
Okay. Describe the loop.
I feel like I'll get asked out and I'll go on a date and it's just like, I guess I'm shy. And I feel like the first thing that people lead with is just like, oh, like, superficial things. Like they're attracted to me and they'll ask like the questions that just feel like it's like someone put in chat GBT or something. But I don't
Okay.
feel like I'm getting depth. And I don't know if I'm just because of my shyness, I'm not showing up my full self. I don't know if I should be approaching dating as like a practice to challenge myself or what, but I feel like I don't know, I've been on 5 6 dates this summer and they just haven't really resulted or yielded into anything. I'm hearing all these people say they have a roster. I absolutely have none.
Well, you're 33, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah,
Okay. What are you looking for out of dating?
I'm dating with intention. I
Intention
mean,
of what, though? That's my
of a
question.
relationship. I'm a lover girl and I'm like
Okay.
a
You want a
romantic
relationship for what reason?
because I don't want to be alone in this life and I don't want to
Okay.
settle, but I want
Okay.
to find someone I'm compatible with to have fun and build a future with.
Okay. What kind of future?
One that involves like hopefully like a family.
Do you want to have kids?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Do you want to get married sometime or not? You don't really care about marriage?
I don't think that marriage is that important for me. I think just like a partnership is the most important for me.
Um. Okay. Okay. So you want to get married? I'm sorry. You want you want to have children? Okay. Cool. So when you go on dates with these guys, you meet them off of dating apps.
No, 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 in person.
Oh, in person you meet them. No, like you meet them in person.
Yeah, yeah. Like like I've been following you for a while and I just didn't like the dating apps. I thought they were kind
Mm-hmm.
of just low caliber.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I've been going to like social events and
And you meet guys,
yeah,
guys that you like. I assume
some.
some. Okay. And you go on one date. You're saying it doesn't make it to date two?
No.
Never makes it to date two.
There's one that I'm seeing, but he's out of town. He'll be back in 3 weeks. He says he wants to go on another date.
How many
But
dates
we'll
have you guys
see.
been on already?
One.
Okay. And have you guys talked since?
Yeah, that's another thing. He like calls me, FaceTimes me every night, and we message back and forth. I don't know if that's like a
So
good or healthy
do
pace.
you not like that?
I do like that, but I
And
get stuck in those loops.
when
I
was
get
your
those
first date? When was your first date?
um like 10 days ago, last Sunday, 2 Sundays
Okay.
ago. Yeah.
Okay. Last Sunday.
Yeah.
And then he went on vacation, is that what you said?
Yeah, yeah. He went to his family house in Portland for 3 weeks.
Oh, okay. When does he come back?
August 11th, and he's like, I want to take you out on the 12th.
Okay. Well, do you like him?
Um, I like the fact that he likes me. I don't know if I'm attracted to him. I don't know if I like him.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how interested are you in him?
7.8.
Did you just jump from a 7 to an 8 within less than a second?
No, I said a 7.8.
Yeah, you said 7.8.
Yeah.
An 8's pretty good.
Hmm. But like at this phase, Benny, it's like I told you, I'm a little bit of a romantic, so I don't know if I like him or I like the potential of him. It's too soon. I met him once, you know?
Okay, but you've also FaceTime with him and
Yeah.
texted him and called him, I guess, technically.
Yeah.
So you like the guy or not?
I do like him.
Great. So you're gonna go on a date on the 12th. Is that correct?
Yeah. But do I like put all my eggs in one basket or should I like keep on
No, I
dating
didn't
other
say put it your
people?
all in one basket. I'm saying it's okay to keep your options open and available. But
Mm-hmm.
you sound like you, out of the guys you met out, it sounds like you got one that actually likes you now.
Yeah, it's such a weird feeling.
What's the issue with that though?
I guess I'm just like second guessing it. And sometimes I think it's just
And
my
no.
own
What are you
thing.
second guessing?
Does he really like me or does he just think I'm like hot and it's a superficial thing? And how do I get out of that loop?
What are you gonna draw a diagnosis now and then ruin it?
Yeah, I could see myself
Why are
ruining it.
you rushing this to try to figure out what his intentions and motives are? Why don't you just let him show you?
Is it okay if like with questions, I like state my intentions or is it too soon?
What do you mean state your intentions? What are your
Like for
intentions?
example, I feel like there's a lot of heavy flirting back and forth and I'm not going to lie, like we definitely made out on our first date, but like for me if it were to evolve to anything else, like I won't hook up unless I'm exclusively dating someone.
Okay. So what's the issue with that?
But like when would I bring that up?
I
We're
mean, you don't have to
talking a
bring
lot.
okay, so you're talking a lot. So what? I mean, listen, when it gets to that point, you don't have to bring it up right now. It's not that big of a deal. You're
Hmm.
waiting for the right deal. Listen, when the time comes, all you gotta do is let him know. Say, hey, listen, I'm just focused on this part of my life right now because it's pretty important to me. So I'm restricting myself for intimacy until I'm with somebody who's also as committed as I am into this. And if he doesn't want to do it, he doesn't have to do it.
Another thing is Benny, he's 39 and he like quit his full-time job to go back to grad school. And so like a part of me, although maybe that's like something in my mind where I'm like, oh, he's going to grad school. I don't see someone going to grad school like wanting to commit or start a family in that sense, committing to like the
What's he
bigger
going to
picture.
grad school for?
For creative producing.
Okay, well, have you asked him what he's looking for out of dating?
Yeah. So he told me that he is looking for a relationship and he wants to fall in love. And he's on the same page as me where like if he wanted to settle, he would have done that, but he's like looking to
Girl,
be
just
in a
go on another
relationship.
date with the guy. How about that? Let's cut all this out. We can all sit here and assume. I can tell you what is. You're putting too much pressure on the scenario. Just go out on another date with this dude. See, it's
Okay.
funny. When you first called in, it was
Yeah.
about all these guys.
Right.
And then it eventually got to the guy you're actually talking to. Why did it take so long? Why didn't you just start with him?
I don't know because a part of me is like, oh, I shouldn't like fall in that loop of like now being hyper focused on the one that I like and I should go date people that maybe are more aligned with like the bigger picture of what I'm looking for.
But you don't know what the bigger picture of what he's looking for. You haven't asked
But
him.
I need answers, Benny.
Dude, you talk to this guy all the time.
Right.
I'm not saying stop dating.
Okay.
I'm just saying you got a guy that likes you. You obviously like him back. Why are we stressing this to the messing this up?
Okay, Papa, you're right. I won't.
All right, Layla, go ahead, girl.
Thank
You
you
live your
so
life. I'll talk to you
much.
soon. All right, have a good
Bye.
night. Why is she messing this up? Why is she messing this up? Messing it up. You had a good do, she said, Papa. Like, what the hell? I mean, I call myself that sometimes, but nobody else, pal. Listen, there's a time for that, you know. All right, Papa. Mm, 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 mm. All right. Well, that's it. Guys, thank you guys for calling in. No, this is it for tonight. I'll do tomorrow night. I'm not on YouTube. Wednesday night, I will be on YouTube, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. That's right. Oh, we got another one. Okay, we got one more, I guess. Come on, Dilly. Hello? Dilly.
Hello.
Dilly.
Hi.
Hi, you there?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Where are you
Yeah,
calling from?
from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, New York.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. And how old?
38.
Okay, what you got for us?
Okay, so sort of a general question, less specific details about the person I've recently been dating for the past couple of months. More of a me thing. Hopefully it's helpful for other people.
Couple months.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's part of it. So it was like the second date where I was like, I think this isn't going to work out. But I've been following you for a little while and I just want to let the chips fall. And I guess my early kind of thoughts, I did voice them. And you're just like, it's a little bit too early to be having this conversation. So
I
any
said that?
case, no, the person that I was that I'm dating.
Oh, okay. So why don't you go through it? He's how old?
He's 45.
Okay. And you had a conversation about what specifically?
It kind of came up on our, I guess, second, third-ish date, that he didn't love children. And I do want to have a family. So I just was sort of you know, this might not totally work out if you like hate
Okay.
children.
Okay. Okay. Are you
Um,
saying that he was thought that was a too early of a conversation to have?
yeah. So, but he explained it that he wasn't like against children. He was open to it. Um, but that it was just kind of too early to be having that conversation.
No, it ain't.
Which okay, I appreciate that.
Let's be honest. No, let's be honest. It has nothing to do with if he wants it with you. It has to do with does he want children? And if he were to say no, and you were to say yes, you do, that's a means to say maybe this isn't going to work. Would you disagree with that?
Yeah, for sure. And that's how I took it too,
Yeah.
just from the way that night
Yeah. It doesn't
that day
mean it
went.
doesn't mean with you. You're not saying do you want him with me? You're saying do you want them? Do you see yourself? Is that a future you see yourself with? What's the issue with that?
Yeah, I'm totally with you. There. He sort of talked me out of it. He said, he was like open to it. He wanted to see where things went and keep dating. But this is sort of why I was calling and just that is one of like a few reasons why I'm pretty sure that I'm confident that this isn't something that will necessarily have a future for me. And I guess for me before now, I hadn't really dated that intentionally or knew what I wanted or that like I wanted a family and things like that. And I guess my tendencies are just on the topic of the detaching and all that is like I'm not great at like ending things. So I listen to all your things and everything that you say and I'm like, yeah, totally. But like I in practice, like I struggle to actually do it. So I don't know I don't know. I think I need help like getting over that ledge, I guess.
Okay. What do you need help with getting over specifically?
Yeah, I mean,
Give me an
yeah, I don't.
example. Go ahead. What do you hear and you say, "Oh, that makes sense," and then it doesn't make sense in your actions. What is that? Like, give me like one example.
I mean, I'm sure there's lots of things at play, but there's something about, I guess, just I don't not wanting to end it. And obviously it's not fun to start dating, and I mean I'm haven't.
Of course. Listen, of course. Here's the reality, right? You're dating a guy that's a couple years older, which is good. No problem with that. And he can sit up here and say it's too early. It's maybe for you guys together, but we're past that point. Secondly, what else aside from that specific moment in conversation? How long you guys been seeing each other?
It was like the end of May was our first date. He
So
also
2 months,
uh-huh.
right?
Yeah,
So 2 months.
yeah,
Okay.
just about.
And how many times you guys seen each other?
Maybe like 8 or 9 times.
All right, 8 or 9 times.
Mhm.
And why do you think about ending it? Because of that?
I mean, that's the main thing. There are
Okay.
a lot of other concerns, but in general, I'm trying to, now that I'm more intentional, I know like what I want, and
Yeah.
maybe I can't like date many people at once, but I need to be better about like
Mhm.
knowing early on, making that decision, cutting it off, and I think I need help with like doing that.
Fair, right? And here's the thing, right? Here's what I've learned is that people can't be convinced of things. And at 45 or 40 or 35 or whatever you want to call it, if they don't know that they want those things right now, don't count on yourself as being the one that's going to convince them.
Oh,
You're
totally.
not
I
the
don't want to
salesperson.
change his mind about anything. I don't want to
Correct.
change
So if he
anybody's
doesn't
mind.
see kids in his future,
Yeah.
that to me, if that's something that you is such a deal breaker, that's a deal breaker.
Yeah, that was the first thing. But like I said, he said afterwards, like he was open to it if it went that way. Just like in general, like was not a fan of children. Which like I don't know who doesn't like nobody loves kids, I guess, generally unless they're your own kind of a thing.
Yeah, but
You
the
know.
idea of having your own, some people really love.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people
That's
are really
something
like,
I
I
would
can't wait to
want.
have
You're
my
right.
own kids. Now, if
Um,
he's not thinking that, that's just something to really note.
yeah, for sure. There's other thing, there's like health concerns of his and just his job and
All
his
right.
lifestyle and different
Does
things
he
that go
treat you
on.
nice?
Yeah, yeah, he treats me great.
On
Yeah.
a scale of 1 to 10, how interested are you in him? 1 to 10.
Uh, I mean, all things considered, like 6.
Okay. But are you saying you're gonna end it? I'm very
Yeah,
confused
I
actually.
do. Yes, I do. I want tendon. I guess I need help with that. I need to be able to like kind of get through people more quickly because I can't like date many people at once. Like in my
Hmm. So are you
moment,
trying to
like
date other people? Is there other people you have interested in, or no? You just want to end it with one?
no, I would like to, and I think that like having him there in the background, even though it's like things, he travels a lot for work, so like it's not that consistent the seeing each other and communicating, and so in between I'm like, oh, he's like there, and like I
How
don't know,
often do
I
you guys
can't.
talk?
Pretty, we'd stay in touch. Like he was away this
How
last
often?
week, and we'd like FaceTime, and I mean we don't go over past a couple days without texting or FaceTiming or something.
Okay. Well, I'm not super enthusiastic about the facts about the situation, but then again, you live in this subjective reality, your experience of him, and that's all I know is the facts. The
Yeah.
facts are, what you mentioned. So, if you really do want to end it or if you want to keep it going, that's up to you. And I don't want to have a dog in the fight of the way because it doesn't sound like anything's too drastic. I hear some things you don't like and everything else, but if you really don't want to take part in it, that's a different story.
I do. I guess I'm just not used to like cutting things off. Like some of the previous people, like I do still talk to the like people I used to date, and
And you can,
I'm
but the door is kind of, I understand. I understand. It's not easy to cut people off. But my point is, if you keep these conversations open, people, they leave doors open. And I just don't know if that's good for meeting somebody new that's going to align with what you want. That's all. And there's always room for
yeah.
that with certain people in your life to leave doors open because you respect them and love them as
No,
a
for
person.
sure. No, I don't want to. I'm sure of that. I guess that's what I
You don't want
want
to
to.
what?
No, I'm sure of that. Like, it's not like a door that's like, oh, it's like a possible thing. Like, I
Okay.
know that
So
it's
if you
not.
want to
It's
end it,
just,
just say, "Hey,
yeah,
listen, I've gotten to think a lot about it, and I realized that we might not be in as much of alignment as I thought we were. So maybe it's best that we go our separate ways. We might be looking for different things."
yikes. I know. I've heard you say
And I
that
have said
very same
stuff
things a lot of
similar to
times, and
that because
yeah,
because it's a good way to do it. It's respectful, and somebody may not like it, but they'll respect your request.
yeah,
You know, so
yeah. Do you find other people have, from your experience, like that kind of trouble pulling the trigger that way? Or
yeah, it's not. The longer you wait, the harder it gets. So yeah, of course people do.
yeah,
People that care for one another, of course they do. It's just about having mutual respect, and there's always a door that you can leave open as a text away type of thing. If anything were to revisit, but for now,
yeah,
if you want to move your efforts to someone else specifically, or you want to enter the open marketplace again,
hmm,
it's important that you close the
yeah,
door.
yeah. You're
You
right.
know.
Agreed. Thank
But
you.
that's a question for you. I guess we're getting to the point is this. Whether you do or you don't want to is I'm still a little bit unclear. You go back and forth a little bit. So that's up to you if you want to close it.
Yeah, no, I do think I need to close it. I guess it's so yeah, it's a hard thing to do.
Yeah, listen, if he's not in the place you're at, then it might be more important to close it. If he doesn't see the same way as you or a similar way in terms of what it is you guys want, then maybe it's not worth it because, if you want those things, you don't have the time that maybe he does.
Yeah. I don't know if anything, he probably has less
I don't
time.
know.
But yeah,
Well, I mean, I don't know.
there are other more. I don't know. I started with that one. That was the first one that came up, and I like knew, but it's to just kind of emphasize how it's sort of been dragging on in my struggle is like, I don't know, not being able to
Mhm.
end things.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
I get it.
okay,
Listen, there's
just
no
gotta
like
pull the
magical
trigger.
pill you could take. It's all going to be very difficult, but you have to think of the bigger picture here for yourself and what it is you really want. And if this isn't
Mhm,
it for you because somebody's not being consistent or they're not showing them whatever the deal is,
mhm.
then you kind of have to force yourself to jump in the deep end.
Yeah,
You know.
you're right. Okay, thank you. I'm such a fan. I hope I run into you in the streets one day.
Oh shit! What part of Manhattan you in? Or Manhattan, or where are you at? Brooklyn,
I'm
right?
in Brooklyn,
Brooklyn. That's
Greenpoint.
right. That's right. That's
Yep.
right. Maybe I'll bump into you around Manhattan someday. I never go to Brooklyn because I don't know.
It's cool over here. I spent
Yeah.
about 12 years in Manhattan. Yeah, Brooklyn's cool. You'd like it. Try it
I
sometime.
guess so. Okay.
Good
All
skin.
right,
All
Dilly.
right. All
Appreciate you,
right.
girl. Shout out to Dilly. Cool over here. Girl, you haven't seen it over here. You know what it's like over here? It's fantastic. Maybe the wrong parts he was in. All right, guys, that's it for tonight. Thank you guys. It's been an hour and a half. I love y'all for calling in. Thank you guys for the call in. Thank you guys for the chat going on. Let me see. Let me go to YouTube real quick. I see y'all. Thank you. Um, have a good night. Enjoy your night. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to be on TikTok live. I'm going to do a TikTok tomorrow. And Wednesday, I will be back on here at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Much love to you. And with that being said, we're going to close out the stream, shall we? Ta-ta.